Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today, going to be a PvZ from Wardy on 2000 Atmospheres, the latter edition. Top right, it is ShoWTimE. Bottom left, we've got Reynor. So, ShoWTimE is an excellent PvZ player based on the fact that he plays against Reynor and Serral consistently on the European ladder. We've already seen ShoWTimE beat Serral recently. So how's it going to do here against Reynor, the world champion? Let's find out, shall we? Again, this is from Wardy. I'll put a link to his Twitch stream and his YouTube channel in the description. Go ahead and tell him that Falcon sent ya when you go over there. And again, an excellent caster, an excellent dude. And again, thanks for the replay. 16, 18, 17, gateway expand, out of ShoWTimE. That was really off-key, wasn't it? I feel like that was definitely an off-key experience, if you ask me, laddie. Anywho, what's going on in the world today? Well, got my second COVID vaccine shot, which is cool. Got a haircut. Got a bit of a beard trim for the first time since the whole thing started. So like over a year. Wow, cannot believe it's been that long, but it's been that long. Dang. Anyway, only 2 workers in the gas. Is that an accident? I've done this before is why I ask, and then I'm like, why don't I have enough gas for speed when my spawning pool finishes? And it's because I didn't have 3 workers in my gas the whole time. So I really don't know what the advantage would possibly be here from Reynor. He's also long-distance mining from his natural. Is this all part of some greater scheme? See, look, he only has like 50 gas and his pool's done. Well, I hope he wasn't... and he just pulled off gas. Okay, he's not interested in speed at all. He wants to get a 3rd base. Zippy. Like, real fast is my guess of what the play is. He's got 4 lings to deal with any incoming adept harass that might be coming, because there probably is that. There's an adept on the way on said gateway. And there's your 3rd base. Oh, is it 230 though? I don't know. So we can't... he does get... okay, so he does get speed. And then he throws it down. Okay. Well, maybe it's a 2000 atmospheres specific thing. I don't know. This is actually where ShoWTimE, I think, was expecting that hatch to go. But nope, it's down here. Again, a bit of a trip for Queens to go to try to defend it. The adept is like, yes, 3rd base, great. Going in here for the next level of scouting. Is there a lair? Oh, no, actually finishing the transfer. Oh, didn't finish the transfer. Why didn't you check to see if there was a lair? That was weird. Maybe a mistake from ShoWTimE. Oracle on the way. Oracle's name as these adepts try to get more stuff done. We'll get the Oracle name here after this excitement is over. Oh, finish the transfer. So they're both dead. That one's real fast. This one, not too long after. Oh, okay. Brutal. I mean, 3 drones for 2 adepts, not a great trade. But our Oracle's name is... there you are. Making another Oracle, too. Not a spam bot, trust me. Hi, I don't know if any humans, I mean, anyone cares, but I just hacked my girlfriend's Protoss Oracle account. Google, this is totally a legitimate trick to be a creepy stalker. It won't lead to malware. Creating new account to reply to above comment. It took, insert random number between 5 and 15 here minutes, but it worked. Yeah, those... been seeing those everywhere on YouTube recently. Like, what the crap? What the crap kind of bot play is that? Yeah, I know what we'll do. We'll make it seem like there's some program that'll hack into your girlfriend's Instagram account. Cool. That'll be something people are really interested in. And then when they download it, it's actually malware. And they're screwed. Neat. I don't really get it, but hey, I guess it's working or else we wouldn't see it, right? Yeah, Queen Sport Defense, adequate for 1 Oracle. 3rd base coming in here from ShoWTimE. Stabbity, stabbity, stab, stabbaroo. Drone kill! Hey, great victory! 3 Oracles out. Interesting. I mean, 3 oracles really starts to output that damage. They can kind of burn down a spore pretty quickly if they're all working in tandem. Is it in tandem if there are 3 of them, or does that only count for 2? Because I don't think I know. Roach Horde on the way from Reynor. He's got his lair. Again, traditionally what he wants to do against Protoss is try to kill them before they get carriers out. Which is definitely still on the menu here a little bit. Good micro. Just swapping that wounded oracle to the back instantly. That's such good play. Adepts in here at the third base. End up getting 2 drone kills and the third one from the oracle. So, it's fine. It really is. It's okay. I'm not going to be super impressed by this. So ShoWTimE not rushing for Sky Toss, really. He's got the 3 oracles, which maybe might make Reynor think that he's going to be dealing with a lot of Sky Toss soon. Oh! Try to get out of there. Not a spam bot, trust me. Couldn't quite pull it off. But 4 more drones did get killed. But is going for a ye old standard ground composition of some kind. We'll see what the further tech is going to be in a minute. Because it's definitely charge lots. It's a lot of gateways, which doesn't tell us anything in particular. And is it going to be disruptors? Is it going to be Colossus? Man, did you guys see Zhone go against Rogue and GSL? Dude made disruptors look like the most overpowered unit in the history of the game. And I don't know. We don't see a lot of disruptors versus Zerg these days. But maybe Zhone is going to start a revolution. We'll start seeing more of them. Again, they're traditionally pretty good versus Zerg because Zerg is not used to splitting as much as Terran is. Yet we see them more versus Terran, which I don't quite understand that. I'm not a Protoss player, so I don't have any explanations for you at all. Oh, this Oracle. Really low on the HP. Very lucky to get out of there for sure. Infestation Pit on the way from Reynor. Immortal production has begun. So charge lot of Immortal, I guess. Hydra's coming in, getting them missile attack upgrades. We are really committing to Hydras and Roaches and whatnot here. 4th base coming in for ShoWTimE at 7.5. Which I think the Lings, they did. They barely caught a glimpse of that. They know what's up. Oracle's back in here, man. Jeez, how many kills do these each have? Let's see. 7 kills. I mean, some of these are definitely Zerglings and 7 kills. But, you know, there's a total of 16 drones killed in the first 7 minutes of a game. I used to have a theory that if a Zerg player loses, you know, 10 to 12 workers in the first 10 minutes of a game, they're toast. So we'll see if that theory holds here today. Although I have seen Reynor completely just disregard drone losses. More than probably any Zerg player in the world. He's lost 16 workers, and guess what? He's got 85. You think if he told ShoWTimE that right now, he'd just be like, all right, GG. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what harassment I do to his economy. It's gonna be fine regardless. I mean, he doesn't have a 5th base. Maybe losing that many drones is delaying his 5th base. It seems entirely possible. But yeah. Archons, High Templar, Charge Lots, Immortals, Fleet Beacon, and Air Weapons getting started. ShoWTimE wants to get into that Sky Toss. Not instantly. He's not going there now. But he is slowly transitioning that way for sure. Lurkers coming in. Seismic Spines coming in. Reynor getting all dem research for a big old Roach Ravager Hydra Lurker ball thing. No Banelings, which I find interesting. Usually you want some Banelings to deal with the massive charge lots that are usually on the ground for Protoss. But maybe he feels like a Roach Lurker thing. Oh my, Doom drop. Okay, we're going to Doom drop, baby. 5th base coming up on the left side from Reynor. I love this Overlord spread, too. Just unloading some charge lots in the main base. Don't mind me, says ShoWTimE. Actually, only loses 1 Zealot. Doesn't get a whole lot done, but doesn't lose a ton either, which is, I love these spine positions. Those are great. And another spine actually coming up, too. Love that. Yeah, more spines. Yes, definitely more of those. All right, where's this drop going? I see you. It's hard to kind of see on the blue background here, but I got it. So he's going to threaten the 3rd base while dropping in the main base. Again, multi-pronged attacks, a good way to win the video game. That is StarCraft, and really any strategy game, multi-pronged attacks are generally a concept there, right? Attacking in 2 places at once is what makes it hard to defend. So, bam, everybody gets stormed as soon as they burrow. The timing is disgusting. This was not prepared for at all. And here comes a ton of zealots, but guess what? We got lurkers down here. We got hydras down here. The zealots kind of have to come in to this little compacted area where there's really only one lurker in this group. I feel like there should be more. Anyway, lurkers burrowing through the rocks into the cannons with their range upgrade. Beautiful stuff. Roach back here picking off probes. The chaos is real right now, ladies and gentlemen. So these hydras all die. That drop lord's going to die too. The carriers pop out to deal with the units inside the main base. The assault at the third base continues here. Force fields have been really good in this situation. Zealots are trying to get stuff done, but again, the lurker count is just so high. There's not really a lot also defending the lurkers here either. Great storm. The immortal count is getting really, really scary. Zealots down here at this 5th base. Once again, ShoWTimE keeping them alive because that's what he does. ShoWTimE's a good player. Look at this guy go. Loving what he's up to right now. Spire coming in, recognizing, well, he saw the carriers because they killed his units up here. So he's like, fine, I guess I'll make some corruptors. Personally, I hate corruptors. I just think they're real squishy. They don't usually do what I want them to do. They're not as good an answer to things like a Skytoss army as I'd like them to be. But you gotta make them, man. You gotta do it. So the good news is Reynor hasn't lost any bases yet. The good news for ShoWTimE is he hasn't lost any bases either. So he's doing fine. This Roach Hydra army is going to start to lose function soon. Look how many immortals there are. I guess that's the deal with the sheer number of lurkers. See, but this is why you have multiple spines. It's for these purposes. Really helps to have a few spines in here. Buys time. Yeah, little roach counterattack. Just trying to get some value before they have no value on the map whatsoever. They killed a couple stalkers. That's pretty nice. And they got eaten to pieces by Charge Lots because Charge Lot is a good unit. 11 corruptors on the way. 4 lurkers coming in. Vipers, I feel like, are always good in this situation, but feedback's also very good. Boy, anybody's game here, huh? Both players maxed out. Neither player has much of a bank at all. 0% bank. Resources lost here are about even. ShoWTimE actually has lost more. Lost more resources than the third player has, which can't be good for the German. ShoWTimE making his 5th base along the right side. Just clearing some creep here, doing some housework. You know, you gotta mow the lawn every once in a while. Void Rays in production. Flux Veins coming in. And a bit of a sneaky small attack coming over this way. Shield Battery, not really enough to do that much against this much damage. +2 attack from everything in this army, and suddenly, I think that's a canceled base. The army's not fast enough to respond to this to save it. Yeah, no, it's dead. No, he doesn't cancel it. He lets it finish, and it dies. Big time pickup for Reynor there. Little tiny army, not much of a risk. And sure, everybody dies, but killing that Nexus and a few cannons and a shield battery is pretty fantastic. Alright, so the Void Rays are popping. Yes, we have a couple of them here in the army. Really good at killing overlords that Archons can't reach as they fly out into the dead air space. Vipers on the way. Alright, so this is where Viper Abducts are going to be really important, but also feedback from the High Templar outranges the Viper Abducts, so you got to be careful with those if you're Reynor. ShoWTimE also has to be careful stepping on the creep because the speed bonus really benefits situations like this. And also the Spore Crawler force is kind of here too. So, you know, you don't want your interceptors getting smacked around by the Spore Crawler force too much. They are focusing down lurkers and absorbing the hits. No Tempest in the mix either, honestly. Just enough carriers to kind of wipe out the Spore Forest. I mean, a lot of interceptors are dying to the point that we have 15 currently, which isn't great. Yeah, abducting the oracles is always a good move. Really good move. Meanwhile, did he just do more droppage stuff? I like it. I'm not going to say no to it here. Again, it's really a staple of Protoss and Terran is this dropping play. Zergs don't do it nearly as much. But I like Reynor. I like Reynor pulling this off. Honestly, I do. Pretty dangerous position here for the Lurkers. They can't really move in, so they decide to move out for sure. Look at this base take here. Oh, it's a Rich Vespene Geyser. Again, risky place to go, but that's what the Rich Vespene Geyser and Rich Gold bases are all about. Is that risk. Resources lost 161, or 16,000 rather, to 12,000. Reynor has lost more at this point in the game. And yeah, anybody's match, honestly, right now. ShoWTimE has a bit of a bigger bank, especially on gas, but, you know, a lot of bases available on 2,000 atmospheres. It is a big map. There's a lot of resources that can be taken. And the question, as usual, is who takes more bases? Zerg player needs to take more. See the feedbacks. The feedbacks, though. And then every time the Lurkers burrow in, the Storm Buck killing a High Templar. Not bad, not bad. Revelation, so useful against these Lurkers. One of their major benefits is their invisibility. Just completely wiping that away. Feedback again. And there's another feedback. Dang, I told you feedbacks are good. You must believe me. Yeah, you can't just go Mass Corruptor here because the Archons are going to give you fits. The High Templar are going to give you fits. The Void Rays are going to give you fits. In order to deal with this very complex setup that ShoWTimE is dealing with, then yeah, you have to do the same thing. It's got to be complex from the Zerg side. It has to be the Corruptors and the Vipers and the Lurkers, and maybe some Hydralisks, but largely just Lurkers right now, and rebuilding the Spore Forest too. Yeah, ShoWTimE rebuilding there, rebuilding here. Got some Zealots just going after drones at the 6 o'clock third base. That's why, again, why you have spines, so that Zealots don't just tear through your entire drone line before you can do anything about it. And actually, here we go. Reynor out of position a little bit. You notice he's not using prismatic alignment on these spores. He's waiting for the Corruptors to come in and engage. And then he prismatic alignments. Oh yeah, that hatch is dead. Just bam, instantly toast. High Templar poking up a little bit. High Templar are so tricky to use too. Okay, so abducting on Oracle, and the High Templar dies. They're slow, but they're powerful, and that's the trade-offs, right? High Templar, required usage. Tectonic destabilizers are on the way from ShoWTimE, which means we are going to get some Tempest production eventually. He feels like this is going to turn into a pretty solid macro-style game. I can't necessarily blame him for thinking that, because I think it as well. He's like, okay, does he want to go for the Rich Vespene gas? If he does, I'll have scouted it. Zealots going after this Hydralisk den is kind of a big deal, actually. Yeah, because it means you can't make any more Hydralisks to make Lurkers with. So that's not great. Production tab says no more replacement Hydralisk den, which I feel like is a problem. Rotorn gets picked off as well. Just trying to snipe individual tech structures. Well, oh my gosh, you can't let Broodlings kill you. Okay, so they're alive. 3 kills. Not bad. Not bad stuff there, guys. A pretty good run. So yeah, Reynor's in a big time amount of trouble here. He's lost this base. I guess it wasn't too important to him. It was basically mined out anyway. He's trying to use this giant Corruptor ball to maybe try to abduct and snipe a carrier or two, but ShoWTimE kind of keeping everything close here. Tacked up. Lurkers slowly picking off a couple probes here and there. Gravitic Drive on the way here from ShoWTimE. Getting a Dark Shrine too, and Tempest production has begun. Spore! Parasitic Bomb on all of the... Oh, the Void Rays and the Carriers. And look at this. It feels like it's enough Corruptors to kind of one-shot. Yeah, forcing a recall. Couple carriers die. In the meantime, these lurkers are doing some work over this way too. Reynor decides to really push the advantage here and is killing Tempests. Carriers getting kind of hurt by Archons a little bit in that position, which is not good. But still alive. On the other side, a Zealot warping inside the main base does take down the Spire and deny flyer attack level 3 just as it was finishing. Kind of surprised the lurkers on Caustic spraying anything. Dude, these lurkers are still getting work done. These lurkers are still getting work done. Yeah, I guess he doesn't want to try to Caustic spray anything. Finally, lurkers come in and deal with the Zealot warp in that did a lot of damage there. That upgrade, having +3 upgrade for your flyers is really important as Zerg for sure. The Corruptors are just kind of like sharking around, trying to see what they can do here. Disruptors in production. Again, they come from behind unit, and ShoWTimE just lost his whole Skytoss army. He doesn't have any carriers or Tempests or Void Rays left. He's making more Void Rays, but it's Disruptors, Archons, Immortals. He's tech switched back down to the ground army, which again, it's not only Zerg that can do this, you guys. Terran and Protoss are both capable of it. Okay, lurkers have got rid of that cannon. I think they can get up here and just wipe out, yeah, just completely wipe out the base here. What a bit of a reversal here out of Reynor. This has been incredibly impressive from him. Disruptors, though, again, it's what killed Rogue. Bottom right-hand base coming up here from ShoWTimE. These Zealots just buy time for ShoWTimE. Very smartly, not engaging into a million lurkers, that's for sure. Caustic Spray is used to take down a Nexus at the attempt at the southern Rich Vespine Geyser base. The Archons can't save you now. The Corruptor count is probably too high. Considering, again, there are no carriers or Tempests. It's only Archons and Void Rays and High Templar, all of which are very good against Corruptors. Like, insanely good against Corruptors. But ShoWTimE loses a base. His bank is actually pretty down on a mineral count. Still, it's a ton of gas. But there's nothing that only uses gas, it turns out. Free Archons! Okay, Archon count gets whittled down substantially. Reynor's bases, he's attempting to expand everywhere. But ShoWTimE is on top of his game right now and is really shutting down these attempts. I mean, that Zealot's not going to kill the hatch by himself, but maybe if another buddy showed up, never mind. Not a friendly place for Zealots right now. Zealot group is there, base down here. No cool stuff. Another High Templar down. Dude, is Reynor going to pull this one out? He completely walloped that Skytoss army. Was so patient, just bided his time over and over again, and then made his move, jumped on it. ShoWTimE recalled, and he still lost everything. That is how brutal that engagement was. So Nexus down, this base down. ShoWTimE's bleeding, you guys. He's bleeding heavily. DTs do take out the top left base for Reynor, though. Ah, GG. Nicely done there from the Dark Templar. But in exchange, another base for ShoWTimE is obliterated. ShoWTimE's income is nothing right now. The Void Ray Zealot army is clearing out the Spore Crawler forest right now. Income, I mean, Reynor doesn't have a ton of income either, so Rich Vespine Geyser base goes down. This is turning into a pretty dicey situation for both of these players. I love it. I love it when everybody's struggling here. Parasitic Bomb on the Void Rays doing some work. Disruptors getting abducted into lurker balls and just eaten up for breakfast. Oh, these Immortals caught with some bad pathing there too. ShoWTimE trying to rebuild something for income right now because, again, how does he have more income than Reynor does? I guess there's really not much happening right here right now. Oh, the transferring probes. Their corpses ascending up into Protoss heaven, I guess. All right, I think Reynor has this game. I don't want to cast or curse it. But when the income is basically even, where I feel like it should be higher for Reynor, I don't know what to tell you right now. Changeling expires as they do. The Abduct Corruptor Ball is mean right now. Good feedback. Shutting those guys down quite nicely. Again, Protoss has this ability. I guess this base exists. That's a big... Oh, Reynor doesn't know this is here. Just send something down, Reynor. Send a lurker down to scout it. He thinks he's got ShoWTimE on the ropes. And he kind of does, but this base changes the whole picture for him. Resources lost, 36,000 for Reynor and 41,000 for ShoWTimE. Not easy to beat Reynor when you have more resources lost than him, it turns out. Rich best being... Oh, more drones going down, and this base is toast. Once again, kind of out of position here. Is Reynor. 11 drones die. He's down to 26. That hatchery dies too. Hatchery death count is at 5, although Nexus death count is at 6, which doesn't bode super well for the Protoss either. This is a great game. Dude, I can't. This base is every... If ShoWTimE wins this game, it will be because of this base. No questions asked. None. Oh, the dodges. Sick dodges out of Reynor there. Oh my gosh, the dodges were incredible. High Templar floating away for his life right now. I can't believe he doesn't know this base exists. He's like, where's all this income come? Oh, free disruptors donated. That's bad. Zealots kind of... Okay, they don't want to deal with this because there's 4 lurkers sitting there. That's entirely fair. This is the most lurkers I may have seen made in a PvZ ever. It's 29 lurkers. 29 from Reynor. What a madman. And he's just like, well, I guess this is all I need to win is just kill these because there's no other source of income on the map.
The hive cluster is under attack.
Reynor's got to be confused about where all the money for these zealot attacks are coming from. Void Rays wipe out this base. He's like, is there... I guess we'll just start killing buildings. Dude, this is absolutely insane. Alright. Oh, yes, he says. You have this base the whole time, I suppose. No! Lurkers! Why? Oh, they're all dead. They're all dead. Raider's down to 166 supply. Parasitic Bomb does get tossed down on these Void Rays. Nuh-uh. Has ShoWTimE done this? The caster cursing. It is real. Super secret ninja base. Secret weapon for ShoWTimE. Income supporting him as a result here. This lurker dies. Remember when we had 29 lurkers? We're down to 14 right now. That said, 14 is a pretty scary number, and this Nexus is in a lot of trouble. ShoWTimE gonna try to save it. Just trying to kill the Void Rays while the Archons are murdering them, though. Was enough to keep the lurkers alive and buy enough time for them to finish off this Nexus. And again, Reynor's like, okay, job well done. Oh, okay, okay. He found it. He found it! Reynor's gotta be like, what? What is this? How long has this been here? I don't know, man. But Reynor's down to 10 total workers. Nobody has any income. That's it, man. The Corruptor's buying as much time for themselves as they can. Killing one Void Ray, but there's only a handful of them remaining, and they're all in varying states of dead. Probe count for ShoWTimE is at 3. This game is getting an epic tag. We are going down to the wire here. I don't know who's going to win this thing. Reynor's up in supply, sure, but his income is garbage. I guess he's got this. His fourth base somehow still has resources left at it. ShoWTimE is in an immense amount of trouble, but he does have Archons with 8 kills. And 8 kills. And 9 kills. Oh, the High Templar got caught out! No, the High Templar! Blinding Cloud being used for the first time today. Abducted, that's your GG! Gee, what a match! What a match between these two players. Oh. Epic tag. Epic tag. I mean, shoot. Reynor, he did manage to catch the High Templar out and murder them. That was a big, big deal. The fact that they were not involved in that final engagement was a huge, huge benefit to him. Resources lost, 65,000 for ShoWTimE, 58,000 for Reynor. The Sky Toss army got wiped out. ShoWTimE transitioned very nicely into an Archon Storm Immortal Charge Lot style play with Disruptors and Void Rays. The bottom right-hand base that ShoWTimE basically mined out before Reynor knew it existed was a huge deal in this game. But Reynor's Lurkers, man, he's like, hey, you want to make Disruptors against 39 Lurkers? Go for it, man. I mean, ended up losing 52 Lurkers, which is not a great number. Had 10 at the end of the game. Army supply, not amazing. Not amazing, but when ShoWTimE had a Zealot left, that's all you pretty much need. Turns out. Wow. That was definitely a match. Definitely a match. All right, well, that's getting an epic tag. That was an incredible ZVP. A lot of fun. Hope you enjoyed it too. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Yeah, I mean, it just came down to Reynor bided his time, made 1 billion Corruptors, took out that Skytoss army, and then transitioned into 1 million Lurkers with Abducts. The Abducts were the key to this whole game. Without Abducts, without Vipers, Reynor doesn't win this thing. The feedbacks were great, but not quite enough to reduce that Viper functionality to where ShoWTimE needed it to be. And that was the game. All right, well, that right there is going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void and an epic cast and game. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching. You take care of yourself.